Hi everyone, I hope you're all doing okay. So today I'm going to show how to make a homemade bread. And this was actually my first time ever baking bread, and let me tell you that I was very surprised with the results. So because this was my first time, I researched some very user-friendly options, and anyone who thinks they can't bake bread, know you can. I'll try not to speak too much in the video, but I did my best to give the directions throughout in the subtitles. But because there are too many steps to this recipe, I think it's important to give some voice notes regarding some parts. As far as the flour goes, the important thing is to add it in batches and not all at once. And when about half of the flour is in, then you can add 1/2 of a tablespoon of salt. And keep adding the flour and mixing until you have an homogeneous dough. Also, please note that this is a very sticky dough. It's supposed to be sticky, so don't get intimidated if it seems too sticky. You're doing fine, okay? Believe me. One of the reasons why I selected this recipe is because there's no kneading involved. I don't know about you, but I really don't like kneading, so I really appreciate this recipe, and the final result is just perfect. You'll see. In this part, I'm just covering the bowl with a plastic film after having incorporated all the ingredients, and I let it rest for 6 to 8 hours. After that time has passed, the dough should have doubled in size or even more than double, and what you'll have to do is just place it in the fridge for 10 to 12 hours. So this is the kind of recipe that you don't start in the same day that you bake or eat it. So it just takes 2 days, but the process of making it is very simple. Right here I'm just flouring a surface, and I use water to help me get the dough off the bowl's surface. You know, this is a very sticky dough, as I said, and the water really helps. Right here I'm flouring the top of the dough because, as I said, this is very sticky dough, so it really needed that extra flour. And then I proceed to fold the dough vertically. You should fold it about 3 to 4 times, if that makes sense, and then turn it around and fold it again. This will bind the dough before going to the oven. Right here I'm applying some flour to my palms to help me remove the dough off the surface. Then I got a bowl, put a cloth on top, and place the dough on top of that cloth. Look how sticky this dough is, but it's supposed to be like that, trust me. Then I covered the dough and gave it a 2-hour rest. When the dough has rested for about 1 hour, I got a Dutch oven. If you don't have a Dutch oven, you can use a pan that doesn't have any plastic on it. And the point is to put that Dutch oven in the oven at 250 degrees and let it heat for 1 hour. After that 1 hour, which meant that the dough had been resting for 2 hours, you put the dough on top of the parchment paper and cut across on top of the dough just to let the air release while it bakes. Please be extra careful when you put the dough on top of the parchment paper because that pan is steaming hot. Then allow the dough to bake in the oven for 30 minutes at 230 degrees Celsius. Remember that when you initially put the Dutch oven, the oven was at 250. Then when you place the dough inside, you have to lower it to 230. After 30 minutes, this is how the bread looks. and you remove the lid and place it again in the oven for about 5 to 15 minutes. I only let it in the oven for 5 minutes because I like the color after 5 minutes, and then let it cool down for 10 minutes. I don't want you to get burned, and enjoy your bread. It's just delicious, trust me. I guess I talked more than I thought I would. Sorry if you don't like my voice. Comment below if you like this recipe and what type of other recipe you'd like to watch here on my channel. Thank you for the support. Thank you for watching. Have a wonderful day. Bye bye.